Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium at altitude. Altitude that's been piloted by the likes of Young, McMahon, and Detmer, and home to the BYU Cougars. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Great place to start for this offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. BYU right back to the line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Here's the heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To give to the back. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cougar. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Isaac. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. It is deafening in here. Soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Floating away. He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Hauls it in, looking for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Going over the top. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wide receiver going in motion. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Pressure coming. They're working that left side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those moves.
What a cut. Now he's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And this less than stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. They thought they'd be able to lean on their passing game, but so far it has been a complete struggle. Turnover didn't help either. They've got to take care of the football. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Going to look downfield again. Punts it out of the air. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Deep shot for the end zone. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. It's caught. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Just 3 points on 3 previous red zone trips. The idea is to punch it in this time. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. It's on target and complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And the Bulldogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fires on the move. Got a man in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Sends it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it, and he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half, but the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put the... Turning it on! Gets it past the marker. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Working that left side now. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the 1st down. 4th down coming. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Looks it in at the 40. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on third down. Moving toward the end zone, ball out!
Good teams find ways to win, and bad teams find ways to lose, and that's an example of that right there. You need a touchdown to tie or take the lead here in the second half. You've got a golden opportunity down in the red zone. You just can't put it on the ground.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to the ground with the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got...
I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And this quarterback has had a rough game. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle. And you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Might be changing the route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Open space at the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. That slices the lead to 2. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. Oh, what a move to get room. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Cougars want to crank the tempo.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This senior has seen it all behind center over his career, but not much going so far. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Quickly to the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking down the middle. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. If you're the defensive coordinator, no time to worry about bust. You have to sell out to get the ball back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. BYU lines up quickly. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Hands it off. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be...